Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Nick Hausman from Wrestling Inc. back here at the WWE Royal Rumble Media Row, and right now I am joined by one of the most electric performers in all of WWE. It's Reggie. Wow, Reggie, how you doing? Thanks for taking time.
Good. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
I'm great. You know, is there pressure on you as the Cirque du Soleil guy for the Rumble? Like Kofi Kingston has done so many unique kind of near eliminations. Do you feel like you got to put something out there that's going to really grab people in this situation?
No pressure. I think people expect me to do Kofi Kingston-esque things for sure.
Okay.
And I've been doing things like that my whole life, so there's no pressure. I mean, Kofi is the guy. I'm very, very inspired by Kofi. So I don't look at it as pressure. I look at it as an opportunity to just be in the same category, in the same breath as Kofi Kingston.
So when you go out there in the Rumble, let's say you win, right? Goes to the WrestleMania, right? Right now the champions are Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, some guys that are much bigger than you. How would you feel about, let's say Brock, how would you feel about stepping into a one-on-one situation with the Beast Brock Lesnar?
Right now, I am a very confident guy.
Okay.
I am very, how do you say, passionate about what I do.
Okay.
But all of that goes out of the window when I step in front of Brock. I won't even lie to you. I'm an honest guy for sure.
Yeah.
Very honest.
So a little intimidated if you were to have to go one-on-one.
Most definitely.
Okay, gotcha. So you've had an interesting story, Reggie. Man, I was listening to an interview with you the other day about your uncle, your upbringing, man. I'm so happy to see you here, happy, just living your best life right now. When you sit and reflect on it from where you've been to where you are now, like, how do you feel? How does that hit you, like, in moments like this?
It makes me think about life.
Yeah.
Because life wasn't always this sweet. It wasn't always just amazing. And just to be sitting here getting an interview from you about being in the Rumble in my hometown, it would have never in a million years occurred to me that I would be in this position.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I always take a step back and I look at reality. I'm like, you know, I have so many brothers and uncles, some are dead, brothers in prison, other brothers on drugs. I'm like, that could have been my life.
Yeah.
That was my life, and if I didn't step outside of my comfort zone, I could have easily been one of them. My brother and I were 1 year apart, and we joined circus together. He left, I stayed.
Yeah.
It was the decision that he made to leave that ultimately led him to being on drugs, being homeless, things like that. And the decision that I made to stay, it catapulted me into this world that I didn't think I would be in. A dream that I gave up on when I was like 9 years old.
So why circus perform? What attracted you to going out there and learning how to do all these crazy flips and be basically made of rubber? Why circus?
So it wasn't circus.
No.
It was just it was circus,
okay,
obviously, but it was an opportunity.
Yeah.
I didn't like circus. I didn't know what it was. But my mentor, she was an incredible woman. She is an incredible woman.
Yeah.
She opened the door to so many different opportunities for me. And so when you have someone that's showing you different avenues, all I have to do is just walk that path. And I walked the path of circus. I'm like, oh, I actually like this. But I would have never known that I liked it if I didn't take that step forward.
Yeah.
And so many people where I come from, they don't take that step forward. They just like, it's too scary to go, so I'm just gonna walk the road that I know.
Sure.
So, like, your circus can be anything. For some people, it may be dance. For other people, it may be school. But for me, it was circus. And I found this love, this new meaning of life through the art of circus, and I stuck with it.
I recently got a chance to talk to GCW star Ninja Mac. I don't know if you've seen Ninja Mac at all, but he has a similar Cirque du Soleil background as you.
Really?
Yeah. You guys are kind of, I don't think you've ever met. He said he doesn't know you, but maybe somebody to put on your radar. Ninja Mac. But he was talking to me about how the Cirque du Soleil system has kind of a developmental, like similar to kind of what WWE does, where there's smaller circuses, SeaWorld type stuff like that. How much was the Cirque du Soleil kind of system similar to the system you've been dropped into here at WWE?
So what people don't know that's here in America about circus, that circus is much bigger than just Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
So I joined circus here in Orlando, in St. Louis, at Circus Harmony. It's a youth circus. And that circus prepared me to eventually go to a circus school, which is the feeder school for Circus Soleil.
Okay.
I did that circus school. I graduated and worked for another company called Seven Fingers.
Okay.
And then I worked for Seven Fingers for 3 years. And after that, I got picked up with Cirque du Soleil. And Cirque du Soleil is the mecca.
I was about to say, that's like signing a WWE contract.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And most people don't want to do it, just like most people don't work for certain companies. But I did Cirque du Soleil, and for 2 years, I'm like, this is great. I made the dream.
Yeah.
This is the ultimate dream. What's now? What's next? So that's when I started to say, okay, what do I need to do? But like most definitely, circus and wrestling are very similar. I didn't grind on the indies in wrestling,
right?
But I grinded with the indies,
right?
Circus.
Yeah.
Did shows where I would do a show in Chicago, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll get there Friday, set up the tent. 3 shows.
You're setting up the tent,
yeah,
like others would set up a ring.
Exactly.
Got it.
It wasn't Cirque du Soleil, but it was a smaller circus company.
Yeah.
And then drive back 5 hours at night to be with my daughter on Monday. So things like that. So I did the indie work in circus, paid my dues, and ultimately got to Cirque du Soleil. Same grind that the indie wrestlers do on their shows.
So how does it pivot then? Like, at what point does Cirque du Soleil become, I want to become a WWE superstar?
So Cirque du Soleil was performing at our show Lucy in Orlando.
Okay.
And my coach said, hey, WWE wants to do an exchange with us. You guys want to do it?
An exchange?
I said, an exchange at the Performance Center. I said, yes, I do. When is it? And so we did the exchange the last week of our shows, which was a Monday, our day off. Went to the Performance Center, and that whole night I was just thinking, like, conjuring up a little plan. I said, I'm not walking away from this dream ever again. This is my exit strategy. I was already looking for a way to leave circus because I was tired of it.
Sure.
After 16 years.
You get bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so after 16 years, we did the exchange and I completely crushed it. I did like an acrobatic move in the ring, one of the moves that I normally do often. And Scotty Tuhati said, hey kid, do that again. I turned around like, who, me, Scotty? Amazing. And I showed Matt Bloom, and they said, made a look. I said, there it is. So I went to Matt Bloom a little bit after that and said, hey, how does one get involved? He said, well, there's a tryout next week. If you display with your people, you can fight. So I'm like, oh. I was off next week. I was just going to go home and have a vacation.
Sure.
So I flew home Sunday, flew back to Orlando on Tuesday, trial Wednesday, Thursday, crushed it, basically got offered a contract right there.
Man, wow. So yeah, you hit one dream, Cirque du Soleil, then you hit another dream with WWE. Now, you didn't have a traditional NXT run like a lot of talent. Do you wish that you'd have had a chance to go down there and work with Triple H and be a part of the NXT developmental system?
So that was the plan. Like my whole 3-year plan when I got to NXT, I'm like, hey, I'm going to just learn the business. This first year, second year, impress a lot of people, get a few dark matches, live shows and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then hopefully I get like a few spots on TV. And then third year, hopefully I'm a regular guy. Just been on TV, getting some nice matches under my belt and whatnot. And then I guess the pandemic had other plans for me.
Yeah.
I continued to work my butt off through the pandemic. And when we got back to the Performance Center, I was in better shape than other people. I was more knowledgeable about the business in many ways than other people in my class, and got the call up.
Man, all right, last question here. Obviously, most people have seen you in the 24/7 title picture since you've been on the main roster. Very untraditional division in WWE. Do you embrace that? Do you like kind of getting in this division that's completely outside of the box, something very different than what you usually see in WWE?
So, we already know the format of WWE,
right?
With each title and whatnot. Take something that's already different and make it even more unique and make it your own, and you will be remembered for that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's no way you can write WWE history without putting in Reggie, longest reigning 24/7 champion, and all the amazing feats that he's did.
Right.
So my objective, my goal is to be different from any other superstar.
How is it getting How is it getting to work with R-Truth? I mean, he made that division what it is. What is it like to kind of pick up the mantle?
As a kid, I watched R-Truth transform to so many characters.
Oh yeah.
And it was incredible to have a match with him, to beat him, and to just be aside of him and on TV with him every single week. It's incredible. I can't even put into words how amazing it is for me.
Yeah, awesome. Hey, well, Reggie, best of luck tomorrow night in the Royal Rumble. I'm very, very happy for you. Congratulations. Thank you.